What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with my pal Alex and Feisty Pants.
I am the original champ.
This is my pal Alex. We are Sans Feisty Pants right here, but we have the Star Wars party questions of the decade. They are as such.
You've all been to a Super Bowl party, and you got to get to answer questions like, you know, is the national anthem going to be more than a minute and a half? You know, who's going to have the first soda commercial, Coke or Pepsi, and the first beer? We have similar questions for the Star Wars movie.
For Star Wars.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Number one.
Number one.
Will the opening paragraphs, scrolling away,
The crawl,
be more or less than 3.5? And I say 3.5 because it's either going to be 3 or less or 4 more. 3.5 is the over/under on those scrolling paragraphs.
3.5.
And that does not include
under.
That does not include a galaxy far, far away.
Right.
A long time ago.
It's got to be the paragraphs after that.
It's the story of the paragraphs. 3.5. Number 2. Does the movie open with the good side or the bad side? We don't know.
We don't know.
Number 3. Who will be the first character shown in the movie?
First.
Number 4. A 4-parter.
4-parter.
Will we see Lando Calrissian, Yoda, Darth Vader, not including the helmet, but Darth Vader, and Queen Amidala in any form?
Any form.
Other than a loose helmet.
Would she be Senator Amidala?
Any form.
Any form. Any form.
Number 5.
Yes.
And this is no pair of order. Is Boba Fett still alive? Not a flashback.
Not a flashback.
But alive.
Alive.
Number 5. Number 6.
Number 6.
Kylo Ren is his name, for the lack of pronunciation, Jason. J-A-C-E-N is his first name, Jason. And if you know what the stories are about, you may know who that would be. Number 7.
I'm ready.
2-parter. Kylo Ren and Rey, is their last names Solo? Number 8.
I didn't just do this.
Wow.
It's a PG show, folks.
Number 8. Is the Millennium Falcon captured in the opening of the movie?
Like at the start of the movie, right?
Because what I see...
This is what I see.
In the 88-second clip, when they first released the first trailer, you have Han and Chewie in what looks like the Falcon, and he says, Chewie, we're home, or some junk. But Chewie's got his crossbow.
Right.
So, that leads me to believe, with all the footage of the dogfighting Falcon TIE fighter thing going on with other ships, that leads me to believe that the Falcon is held captured, and somehow they break it out, and they are being chased by TIE fighters. So, my question to you, is the Falcon held captive in the beginning of the movie? We'll find out.
We will find out.
Number 9?
Yes.
What is the color of the first lightsaber ignited in this movie? Red, green, blue? Something else? Number 10. Finn.
Finn!
We've all seen Finn.
Yep.
Is he Han Solo's son?
I know he ain't Finn Balor.
What? Here's why I pose this question.
I'm ready.
Because if you have read any of the stories that have been in comics and whatnot, you will know that Han Solo also had a black African-American wife, besides Princess Leia, who had a son.
We gotta stop doing this.
Who had a son.
He did.
So, my question to you, Finn and Rey, their last names have not been released for a specific reason.
Specific reason.
My question to you, is Finn's last name also Solo, which makes him his son? Is Finn Han Solo's son?
Could be.
We'll find out. I don't know what number we're on, but the next question is, and my last question, and I'll pass it right over to Big Al.
Sounds fun. Sounds good.
Does the Star Killer blow up another planet, or a planet, following the Death Star?
Yes.
Well,
that is a great question.
And Big Al here will read the rest.
All right.
And I'll do the hand gestures.
I like the hand gestures. There is a vicious, vicious rumor that Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. True or false?
I hope not.
But I am praying to God.
So let's.
I will pray to Lucas.
Let's appeal to fans.
In Star Wars Episode 4, the original Star Wars, the Rebel base was on the moon of Yavin.
It was.
It was. And that was what the Death Star was after, just as they blew it up.
Commence firing operation.
Commence firing operation. Will we see any reference to...
Any reference at all
Any
to
reference
the
at all?
Rebel base on Yavin. The moon of Yavin.
All right. Luke Skywalker's actual screen time. Plus or minus 15 minutes.
15 minutes. I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We shall see.
Does he have more than 15 minutes?
I would pray.
I don't think so.
I'm not feeling it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
15 minutes, yes or no?
The Big Six.
The Big
Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2. How many is that?
6.
That is 6. 1, 2, 3.
Which of the Big 6 come first?
Right? Who are we going to see first out of those 6? Good question. There is Kylo Ren in the snow-covered forest.
Yes, in the 88-second trailer that first released.
Shoots his lightsaber up.
Yes, he is doing this.
Like that.
Just
and
like
it goes out. And then goes
yes.
to the side.
And the blade fires. Now,
who is he facing?
Is it a crazy Jedi tree monster? Is it Finn? Is it somebody else? Who is it?
It's not Kevin Owens. Don't pay attention to him. Does the Star Killer get blown up? We saw the Death Star in 2 separate movies, and each movie they blew it up. Are they going to blow up the Star Killer? That's the question.
The one thing about Star Wars is that you have, if you've seen it all, you'll know that the history tends to repeat itself.
Yep.
It is a continuous loop of the same story over and over again for 25 years.
25 years!
Not that anything's wrong with that.
Yep. I love it. There is a question of who wins by the end of the movie.
Who wins this one?
In each of the movies, there's like a leaving off point, and it either leaves off in like the side of the good guys or the side of the bad guys. So we're trying to figure out who is going to win by the end of the movie. Favorite catchphrases from
the catchphrases.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Are we going to hear more or less than 5 throughout the whole movie?
Previously used catchphrases like,
I have a bad feeling about this.
Move this walking carpet.
Move this walking carpet.
Or something like that.
That's no moon.
What a hot piece of ass.
Woo. Oh my goodness. Alright, and then the last one I have is a kind of a 2-parter. Star Wars Rebels is huge right now.
It is huge.
I think Disney knew what they were doing when they bought into this.
Maybe.
So my question is, the characters in Star Wars Rebels are there for a purpose, and we're seeing a story for a purpose. Yep. And I think it's going to tie into Episode 7 somehow. So my question is, who out of the cast of Star Wars Rebels would appear in Episode 7? Could be anybody. I can tell you who it's not going to be.
It ain't going to be Darth Vader.
It ain't going to be Darth Vader.
Because he's dead.
He did.
Because he did.
He ain't going to be in the sequel. And then the other half of that question is, there's a awesome, somebody, I think a couple of fans put it together, Jim Smash or something. Move that cursor back. What happened was they tied Captain Rex from the Clone Wars to how he looks in Star Wars Rebels, and then there's this Rebel Commando on Endor with the same white beard that Captain Rex has in Star Wars Rebels.
Shall we
swing
it?
Oh, let's swing it.
Can we get this?
We can zoom in.
Yeah, let me get the old zoom going here. All right, so there you have, if you can read that, you got Jackass.
Jackass.
Jackass Part 2.
Jagalangass.
Jackass Part 3. And Jackass Part 4.
Jackass Part 4. Okay. All right, so let's do this.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. And we have the code. So we want to know if this. Go back and work on your putts.
Go back and work on your putts.
We want to know if this is just a fan's great idea or if this is actual continuity we're going to see in Episode 7, because it's pretty damn clever. I mean, it's just a nice coincidence that Captain Rex has a vicious white beard in the cartoon, and then there's this guy on Endor. And that...
Played by Nick Sant.
Nick Sant.
Let's give props to Nick Sant. What a hell of a job in The Return of the Jedi.
Right here, pat on the back.
Yeah, you go, Nick Sant, your ass.
That is all I got.
Yeah, that's all we got. Hey, listen, reply to all this is great questions.
Yep.
You know, as far as I know, this is the only Super Bowl type Star Wars quiz out there, so hey, let's hear from it. From you.
And then in a couple of days, are we going to post our
we'll post our
yes.
our answers probably the day before, so like Wednesday. and you know that way
because Thursday night is the official release. I can't wait.
On file.
Can't wait.
Record.
How many times are we going to see it this weekend? I think at least 7. I
It's
think
gonna keep going.
It was just going
into the next theater.
Yep.
Into the next theater. I'm
Yep.
not gonna wait.
We'll order Domino's. Maybe we'll skip a viewing, and we'll just go right to the next viewing.
By the time I track all these damn answers, I have to see it like 4 times.
We might have to see it 4 times. All right, that's all we got. Back to the pay-per-view.
All right.
All right.